In Queensland, there are 3 categories of development. They are your accepted development, your accessible development, and your prohibited development. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to assume you are not doing prohibited development, which is, something a little cray-cray and not many people are going to do. Accepted development is something that won't need a town planning application. So things like if you have an office and you're just doing an internal fit out, generally you're not going to need a town planning application for that. You'll just need to go get your building approval if necessary. And then you have accessible development. So accessible development in Queensland comes under 2 other categories, so either code accessible or impact accessible. Code accessible basically implies that your use or your project is going to be approved. Generally it might be something such as a 1 into 2 lot subdivision. So you have compliant site area, compliant site frontage, and you might not have too many environmental overlays that are going to require much assessment. So generally your use or proposal is envisioned for that area and that site. Then you have impact assessment. So if your application triggers impact assessment, that means that generally it's going to be trickier, riskier type of application. Generally your use or your proposal might not be generally envisioned for that locality or for that zone or for that site, and you have to do public notification. So the public notification process in Queensland is a couple of weeks, a few weeks really, where you have to publicly notify your development, and that's in the form of signage on each of your site frontages. That is letters in a prescribed form to your neighbours, your immediately adjoining neighbours. And it also means that a newspaper advert goes up. So yes, it's crazy, but you need to put an advert in the local newspaper. Personally, we just use public notification consultants to do all this, so you don't have to worry about doing it yourself. But that is the process. So if anybody during that public notification process makes a submission against your development or for it, but most likely against it, this means they have third-party appeal rights. So say the council approves your development and then your neighbour goes, no, I don't want a bar of that. They can actually take you to court, to the Planning Environment Court. So that's how that process works. We would hope that you could avoid that. But yeah, so there's code assessment and impact assessment, and that's where most development applications are going to sit.